Hey, it's Thursday. It's Rumor and Innuendo. I'm Dominic D'Angelo of Podcast Heat Wrestling, adfreeshows.com, SEScoops.com, and brassringmedia.com. Check it out. But I'm here with Mr. Robert Carbolis, WE Creative _ish. Robert, happy Thursday to you. Hey, it's Happy Mischief Night in New Jersey. Did you know that?
I did actually know that, thanks to Scott Chaplin. We talked about Mischief Night. He's like, oh, do you guys have Mischief Night in Florida? I'm like, no, we have stand your ground laws. So, yeah, coming on someone's property is a really good way to get shot. But
Apparently,
I have
there's a
no way
curfew.
of segueing to saying hi to the people who are joining us live. They're safe. We'll say hi to E.
Says, what's up? What's up, E?
Willie Thornbrew said, I missed the second half of Dynamite. I was out shopping for an aquarium for the next time I get into a fight. It's not the aquarium you need. It's the jugs of water. You need a guy like Claudio to put those things are heavy. The aquarium I have here, we got a thing sent to the house yesterday, ironically enough, and it's a dang heavy box. It's a heavy lift. Devin Dowling says, "Hey yo."
Hey, yo, Devin Dallin. How are you, man?
And Dre Owen says, hello, Arnott. Good to see AEW remember Marina for the tag tournament. Hopefully Penelope Ford gets better soon. Sure. Jeff Henninger says, hello, RNI. When will we get the real Forbidden Door of AEW and JCW? See, this is what happens when I don't read the thing in the comments in advance and I just start reading it. Now there's a world where, someone's going to pull off a mask and they're going to reveal that they're Vince Russo.
Vince Russo and Big Vito. Man.
What?
Yeah, Big Vito was on the on JCW too.
Dude, the way we cover JCW, you'd think that they were the NWA on the CW.
You know what? Maybe we gotta have a segment. I don't know, bro. Don't know.
No, we do not. Look, if we're going to talk about a wrestling promotion that's not WWE or AEW, it's going to be Boca Raton Championship Wrestling. Our big November knockdown show is taking place this Sunday live from beautiful Boca Raton, Florida. And if for whatever reason you can't join us here live and in person, it's going to be streaming on the old YouTube.
Ooh. Robert, are you going to make an on-air appearance?
No, that happened during the last show. I'm running around in the back. I'm full on like Paul Heyman running around in the back, getting promos and working on run sheets and all that. And it's gonna be a hell of a show. By the way, I'm super excited about it. Our main event features an AEW star and Cesar Bononi and former NXT star Noah Kakoa taking on Kurt Stallion and Matt Riddle, the BRCW Tag Team Champions.
What a mix there. That is a good card, Robert. You gotta cook.
There's a couple of there's one surprise that I'm so glad has not gotten out yet. But any long-term listeners of Working Stiff or long-term viewers of Rumor and Innuendo, for that matter, know that there is a particular WWE wrestler who was released that I feel was probably one of the most underutilized talents of all time. I'm getting a chance to work with that individual on Sunday. I am so unbelievably excited.
I'm excited for you. I can't wait to check it out. And guys, you can also check out IWC. We're gonna have.
What are you ponying up on my?
On me yesterday.
No, you don't get to. No, you don't get to do that. I'm yelling at him while looking at the screen.
Tomorrow.
Devin Dietz says Gangrel. Gangrel has been part of a number of our shows, and he actually works at the CCW school, which is our feeder system. So Gangrel, unfortunately, will not be at this particular show. But I am excited the Righteous are going to be on it, and I love those dudes.
Those guys are great, very creative.
They're a hell of a tag team. But we're going to talk about the folks that are not currently on the BRCW show. Some who have been, though, by the way, including Harley Cameron.
Oh,
she was on our show a couple months ago. She's really, really funny, really good. Big fan of her.
Instagram clip of her doing the acting thing. It was backstage. Okay.
I don't, dude. All right. I admit I don't use the Instagram. I'm a YouTube guy. If I'm watching the shorts or whatever.
Yeah. And
most of my algorithm at this point, it's either economics related algorithm stuff, advertising and economics, which is fascinating. This one dude who I should know his name by now. He's got like long hair. He wears a bandana. He talks like this. And he constantly just has random little like 30-second facts where it's like iterations of words or strange like Jerry Lee Lewis married his 13-year-old girlfriend and then years later was accused of murdering another one of his wives.
Wow.
or New York City apartments, because and it's the same clip. It's the clip from Amazing Spider-Man 2 where they're like, "Good morning, New Yorkers." It's just absolutely fantastic. Dynamite was last night.
It was, Robert, and it was a fright night nonetheless. We started off with a little tag team match. It was Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy going up against those Death Riders. No tricks or treats necessarily in this one, but Darby did get his ass beat and ended up getting the win, though, with
Whoa, look at you with language.
a Scorpion Deathlock, Robert. So I guess Sting transferred that power over to Darby. Robert, what do you think of this match?
So someone in the comments yesterday, I don't remember who, but someone in the comments yesterday was like, "Oh, there's a trick or treat match," and I was like, "Huh?" And then I realized, oh, this is just an easy way for AEW to give you a tornado tag match.
Sure.
And by God, it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, this was a blast to watch. It accomplished a lot. You partnered Darby with the conglomeration,
Right.
which is so close to this is mean, and I'm owning that this is mean, but where it's just you and me. There's not tens of thousands of people watching us all over the world, streaming live on a plethora of platforms. When we were cleaning up old WCW pay-per-views, when we were gearing up for WWE 24/7, there was a pay-per-view where Hank Aaron, who was a front office TBS executive, and you can look up Hank Aaron's history with Cowboy Bill Watts and then wonder why some of those rumors about Jim Ross exist, kayfabe rumor and innuendo, but they presented Sting with a Battle Bowl ring, and they had Hank Aaron do it. And Hank Aaron, for whatever reason, just hands in the ring and just goes, "Congratulations."
Congratulations.
And then from that moment forward, throughout the Hallowed Halls in Stamford, Connecticut at 120 Hamilton Avenue, we all would just say congratulations on any success. So every time I hear conglomeration, it sounds eerily close to congratulations from Hammerin' Hank Aaron. That being said, we got over that, Darby has the magical Scorpion Deathlock the way Miz has the figure 4.
Yeah, I like it, though. I do like it. I think it just adds another thing to Darby's repertoire and keeps the legacy of Sting cooking, even if you don't have Sting there. Hey, we had another tag match, Robert. If you weren't sick of tag match.
Before we get to sorry, Wrestling Old Head wrote super late, but I was watching the Scream 7 trailer. Scott Chaplin, friend of the show, literally had just texted the Scream 7 trailer about 5 minutes before we started, and I watched it. And I'm feeling really old.
Uh-oh.
The Scream 7 trailer, it's like Nev Campbell's daughter is like at Nev Campbell age in this.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I'm not a big fan of that. I also don't love that, like, it was a fun meta thing that now is so over the top serious and weird. It's like they worked themselves into a shoot.
Yeah, I don't like that either. That's what I liked about Scream in the first place, was it was like a tongue-in-cheek kind of take on the slasher films and stuff.
What I thought was a parody, because Scream is parodying a lot the scary movie stuff, is I thought for a moment, and they weren't, that AEW was doing a parody of WWE doing all the arrivals, because Hook arrived, and he had so much goddamn luggage that it was like weighing him down. The dude wears like a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Marty's
Marty. Ready. On time.
Marty.
On time. He's going to go get Marty. But yeah, that Hook promo, I almost feel like they need to do it in a different form. Like that Hook, like make it more gritty, kind of ECW-esque. I would go more of a vibe for him, because I just think that would help enhance who Hook is. It would make him stand out a little bit more. Just him being on camera and cutting a promo like that, it's fine, but I think there's just a better way to kind of position him to make him differentiate him than some of the other people on the AEW roster. But yes, Robert, I was just talking about the Hook promo and saying I think they could almost film that or have that set up in a different manner to help Hook out a little bit.
Dude, the easiest thing to do with Hook is he's in the back, because everybody's in theory in the back. Camera guy goes up to him, use the Taz in him. Just, he's annoyed. He doesn't want to be bothered to have to do a promo. Mm-hmm. And it's just I'm going to be number one contender. More importantly, Joe, I'm going to kick your ass. Yeah. That's it. And then leave. Mm-hmm. I don't need long exposition, because the longer he talks, the longer we realize he's like Scrappy-Doo. And it's a lot of just, hey, put him up, I'm gonna get you. I don't think he understands why he was in the number one contender match. Here's where we are with it. We then had Don Callis. We love Don Callis, don't we?
Oh, big fan. Yeah.
The great thing about Don Callis was years ago he had a podcast, and people that get on me like, oh, you miss, Rumor and Innuendo episodes because you get like work stuff, whatever. Don was super unreliable to record his once a week podcast with Lance Storm. And I very often had to fill in on Killing the Town. And I would love I get the text from Lance like, I don't know where Dom is. Can you just jump on for a minute?
How about that? I didn't know you tagged in for Don Callis.
Yes, I used to tag in for Mr. Don Callis. Don Callis was with the Young Bucks, and he gave them a brand new entrance as a way to butter them up.
I liked it, Robert. I thought it was kind of fun. I liked how the Bucks reacted to it too. Like, yeah, it's not bad. And then all the pyro, the unnecessary pyro was fun. What do you think of the match, though? We had that fatal 4-way tag match, and it's FTR, your number one contenders.
Fun match. Guys all got a little bit of time in there.
Mm-hmm.
Stokely was a little too screamy on commentary for my liking.
Mm.
I love Stokely, but Stokely's a good man. He's responsible for one of my favorite moments just in life. Is I was at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York with my daughter, and I looked over and I saw Stokely, and he was back to me, and I was just like, Stokely, and I hear this like a fan recognized me in the Met, but then we saw it was me, like we were good, but there was that half second of like it was like Ben Affleck with the cigarette, where he's just like, are you like I can't even come here?
Yeah, I go to the Met, and even wrestling marks are here.
Yes, but there were some wrestling marks in this match. And FTR, your new number one contenders for the World Tag Team titles. Mm-hmm. Excited to see them go up against Brodito. I think that's going to be a lot of fun.
Right. And they happened to not get pinned. So it'll be an interesting story element they can play into when it comes out to that. Up next, Robert, we had
the Summit.
Covered the Summit itself. Yes. Kind of need to get some opportunities for guys that we never really hear talk, and Rocky Romero and Josh Alexander. And then we had that confrontation. This was a long segment for sure. And it ended in almost a handshake, but not quite, because Okada flipped off Takeshita.
I probably would have cut the video package.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, I get the painting. That was a fun reveal. It was weird to hear Josh Alexander speak.
He did. He's got a good voice.
He's got a good voice. Why is this dude not talking more?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like we got that long video package, and I was like, all right. And yeah, all to lead up to, and Takeshita couldn't be here. And then he showed up. And we thought we were going to get a handshake. We got the middle finger. But don't worry, they're going to team up on Collision.
Hey,
anything they're going to do to promote Collision and make it a real show, I'm going to be in favor of.
Yeah, you got to put the effort in to make it happen. Takeshita, he always looks like you walked out of a rainstorm.
He does. And, look, he seemed like he was being a nice guy. And Okada was just, he was being a dick. And guys,
hey,
if you want to be like Okada and you want to enter the room dick first, can we recommend our friends at Blue Chew? Yeah. Blue Chew isn't just a tablet, it's a cheat code for your crotch. Stronger, harder, longer lasting, like someone gave your downstairs a pep talk and a gym membership. Blue Chew is the original brand offering chewable tablets for better sex. Okada's known as a stiff worker, and you will be too. Because we've got a special deal for our listeners. As always, get your first month of Blue Chew free. Just use promo code RUMOR at checkout, pay $5 shipping. That's it. Join Blue Chew's mission to upgrade humanity one thrust at a time. Head to BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring this very frightening episode of Rumor and Innuendo.
Yes, thank you, Blue Chew. And hey,
Willie Thornbrew says, I bet Marty McFly is heavy. There's that word again. Weight has nothing to do with it.
Is he on your lap right now, Robert?
He is literally sitting on my lap right now. He's living a good life.
He's more cat-like than my cat.
He's what? He's very much a lap dog in that instance. Like this is all he wants. If I'm holding him or he's just laying on me, he's good. It's the soothing tone of my voice.
I think that's what it is.
I was told by someone at work, "You have an announcer voice." I was like, "Oh, thanks." Do you know I've never called a wrestling match?
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have the itch to, Robert?
So here's my this is a great story. This episode's going off the rails. This is turned more working stiff than working stiff, and I'm fine. Friend of the show, whose name is going to be unnamed here, let's say Dan St. Germain, had reached out to me years and years ago before we were even doing our podcast, and he's like, "Hey, I'm doing guest commentary for I think it was a GCW show, maybe something with Janela," and he was like all excited. He botched in such a way. So he was telling his story, and he's like, "Oh, earlier I was at the bar and I saw Sabu. Sabu was the surprise main event,
Oh no!
and he totally forgot."
Oh no!
And I laughed uproariously.
Oh my gosh, Dan!
Yeah, he's like, "I got the hell out of there because I thought Joey was gonna like murder me." And speaking of Death Riders, we got Jon Moxley versus Kyle O'Reilly.
Yes, Robert, the rematch we've been waiting for, and unfortunately, it ended in a double count.
Okay, it worked. I'm dead serious.
Yeah.
So we had the thing last week. It was like, all right, are they really going to follow up on it? They followed up to the point where the crowd was so angry that there wasn't a finish. They were chanting BS, or they were chanting the Marcus D'Angelo version of BS.
Yes.
You had the Death Riders come out. You had Roderick Strong come out. You had the Comatulations come out. And I liked the reveal for Orange Cassidy being the one to say, blood and guts to take the shot at Regal.
Yeah.
But is this really the best blood and guts that we were hoping for?
It's going to be different. So, yeah, I'd probably not, but I think they have some potential to make this kind of entertaining in a different way, just by the simple fact that there's different people in the match.
There are to some extent. It's the Death Riders, but we've seen the Death Riders kind of lose a lot in big matches, and it means nothing. We've seen them win in big matches, and it means nothing. Mm-hmm. So it's very hard to take this with any real consequence, especially since we just saw that I Quit match. My hope, if I can put this out into the universe, into the ether, is that the Death Riders lose, and this is what facilitates the Jon Moxley being excommunicated from the Death Riders.
That's 100% what I think should happen as well. And if that's the case, then Robert, then I'm all for this. So,
Wrestling Old Head says the conglomeration coming out to the Blood and Guts, that the Melrose Place theme song is going to be a moment. It's a little. I mean, I would go for the Beverly Hills 90210 theme. They got to be able to get the rights to that. There's got to be something. Well, first of all, it is Warner Discovery. They do have the rights to the Friends show.
Wow, that's true.
And the conglomeration logo is a little close to the Living Single logo.
That's a good point.
I hope they keep building it up and up. Like, this is tangent time. I don't care. We're fine. Yeah. This is something I never understood. And again, if I was running AEW, what a world this would be. But I would have partnered a lot sooner with the Cartoon Network entity for two reasons. One, I would have launched a Saturday morning kids show on there. Wow. Highlights of matches from it, fun little segments, something to hook a younger audience. And second, I would have partnered up with Adult Swim because you already had Being the Elite, which felt like an Adult Swim thing. The Dark Order are built for that. But I would absolutely have done a Too Many Cooks version of the conglomeration entrance.
Oh yeah, 100%. Robert, too. There's so many.
I gotta go back and watch that. By the way, Too Many Cooks was great.
There's so many good. That's a great idea. Like partner up with Cartoon Network. You have that crossover element, of Adult Swim viewers. And
it's called Dorks,
right? It's called Nerds.
Well, no, it's Forbidden Dorks. That's what over at Work Is Stiff we call it our fan base.
That's right.
We have shirts made that say Forbidden Dorks.
But I would be all for the Full House theme, Robert, and come out to Full House.
I would not mind the Full House thing.
I would be all for that. Hey, were you all for? Oh man, I got the Bleacher Report in front of me.
Mercedes Moné, Chris Statlander attack. Athena comes out. Willow and Harley make the save. This was fine. Further in that women's tag tournament, and then we got Queen Aminata and Jamie Hayter versus Julia Hart and Sky Blue. And I hope you're sitting down, Dom. Julia Hart and Sky Blue won a match on television.
What? They did? Crazy.
Best part of this, I don't know if this was storyline or not, but the fact that Excalibur didn't know that that was Thekla and that the camera missed it was just amazing. And then Brian trying to be like, "Hey, that's Thekla. That's Thekla."
Yeah. Live television, folks. But we also, Robert, had, why is my results not popping up?
This is why I'm here, Dom. We got like three things. Let me pilot this. Penelope Ford and Megan Bain are in the back. Penelope's got her arm in a sling, and they reveal that Penelope is injured. It would have been better, by the way, if that was the case, for Megan to just take her out right then and there.
Yeah, right?
Just straight up murder baller. And then Marina Shafir wanders over to be like, "I'm going to be your partner." And for whatever reason, I don't know what was in the coffee backstage at All Elite Wrestling. This was the most entertaining Jon Moxley has been in a decade.
He walks in, he's like, "Hey, oh yeah, I like it. I like it.
You, her, you got something.
Yeah.
I like it." He became Burt Young from Rocky. And I was just like, I'm here for it. It was so weirdly entertaining.
That's the next iteration of Moxley we should get, is Burt Young version of Moxley, where he's just down on his dumps and like
down on his
on the dumps.
It popped me in a way that Moxley has not done in a very long time. Like, he has one of the best deliveries in the history of wrestling, which was the Shield, that Shield interview very, very early on. And they're like expecting a long answer. They ask him a question. He just goes, "Nope."
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, just like get rid of this Death Riders thing. It's over. I think.
Yes, I just want this main event: Samoa Joe versus Bobby Lashley versus Ricochet versus Samoa Hook. And this was a fun 4-way match.
And as you predicted, Samoa Joe gets the win. He's the #1 contender again. Were you okay with Hook tapping and choking out, being choked out?
I mean, I was, the way that they got to it. That Hook was so singularly focused on trying to take out Joe, and ultimately he couldn't get the job done, and that he's going to constantly be a thorn in Joe's side, and he's going to come after him.
Right.
Ricochet and Lashley getting in each other's way was a lot of fun. The number of people in the comments that are just naming theme songs they want to see the conglomeration come out to.
Yeah, look at this.
When like there's one clear answer. And it's we need them to sing the theme to Salute Your Shorts.
Oh my God, Camp Anawana, we hold you in our heart.
Just so we can make Ishii donkey lips.
Zeke the plumber too.
No, that's a hard no, dude. Nope. Anytime I try, we all know the fact that that's the second episode of that show.
Insane.
Baffling. What was also baffling was the end of Dynamite.
Yeah.
So maybe there was something in my coffee, but I'm watching this here Dynamite, and it ends with Samoa Joe being the #1 contender, and then Tony Schiavone, dressed in his 1990 Halloween Havoc Halloween costume,
right? Which
is just remarkable. That's preview for Working Stiff. That's my highest spot of the week by far. They're like, and now here come the people to do the contract signing, and it's a bunch of people in Halloween costumes, which we had seen some of them earlier.
Yep.
We had Chekhov's Stay Puft Marshmallow Man,
of course,
and they didn't explain why there were people in costumes or what was really going on. And then Joe just starts beating them all up. And he thinks that one guy is going to be Hangman, because we all remember that Hangman was dressed like Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Right.
Or at least Jim Cornette does, because I'm sure it broke his brain at some point in time.
Right. Friend of the show, Jim Cornette. The
last guy that'll be on this show.
Hey.
Second to last guy.
Hey.
And then we got the reveal that Tony Schiavone was actually Hangman Adam Page. They did the old switcheroo. This was so fun and so well executed.
Mm-hmm.
Where was this company? Dude, this is like, yes, great wrestling, storylines that made sense, a good payoff in the main event.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's going on, man. I'm like, this is the scariest thing that's happened Halloween week.
Fright night indeed.
It was a
Well,
great episode of Dynamite to set up a pay-per-view in Full Gear where we now have, is Blood and Guts at Full Gear, or is it a separate thing?
I don't think they announced that, did they?
Okay, I don't think they announced when it's going to be, but Joe and Hangman, which makes a ton of sense. Statlander, Mercedes, which I don't love that they're going back to it, but hey, they're building it up and it's fine. You now have FTR versus the Brodito.
Yep.
It looks like Takeshita Okada.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty solid little pay-per-view. Now, granted, they're going to announce 17 more matches.
Right.
And we're going to have to figure out why all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Gravity is going to be wrestling or something like that.
Wrestler Gravity.
Oh, by the way, Dre Owen says Blood and Guts is on free TV on November 14th.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you for clarifying, Dre. So that won't be on the pay-per-view.
Appreciate it. Thank you for being so diligent. I would have just turned on Dynamite and been like, hey, because I feel like they've done some of those big matches. Like there was the Blood and Guts, and then there was another one with the big cage, the double cage thing that was also on free TV.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I don't remember what that one was called, but whatever it is, it's it'll be nice. It's on the build to Survivor Series War Games, which I guess we'll know more about after we get through Saturday night's main event. But we're gonna preview a little Saturday night's main event tomorrow.
Yes.
We'll also talk about the preview for the Go Home show for Saturday night's main event, which is going to be SmackDown, which will be live from somewhere, but we will be live here at noon Eastern, as we are every Monday through Friday, on a plethora of platforms, including the WWE Creative _ISH X account, the @Dominic D'Angelo X account, the @SE Scoops X account, the @Podcast Heat X account, and on YouTube on Rumor and Innuendo, ad-free shows, and Podcast Heat. My God, Dom, we are everywhere. So on behalf of the man who's wearing probably the most problematic sweater in all of broadcasting, Dominic D'Angelo, I'm Robert Karpolis. Best of luck in your future endeavors.
Hey, everybody, get your Halloween costume ready for tomorrow. We'll see you then.
Damn it, Dom.